bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a crease to the left. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
They'll break out the Wildcats to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Montgomery. Breaks into the open. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
Well, we knew coming into this game the offense was really going to try and set the tone by being physical and running the football. And here we are, first drive, third down. They're able to get it by a lot. That is good news if you're this offense.
On the option. Now the pitch. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
On the direct snap, it's Montgomery. And some room to work. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? The sure hands, it's Montgomery. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Westbrook. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Montgomery. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking downfield, it's Duff. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he's going to try to return this one. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Power football with the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
They go to the ground. Fights off the defender.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
And the Huskies are on the move. The offense changing the play. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Got his man on the right. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Let's go. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go to the toss. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Gonna run it. It's Montgomery. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And man, It's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On target over the middle. There he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Running it to the right. There he goes! May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Lanier. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down. To the takeaway and a big play for this defense.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. The give to the back. And into the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Michigan State has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Sparty's run out, but this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Spartan Stadium. They're up by 7 over Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for space. It's Montgomery. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. I'll send the tight end in motion. On the direct snap, it's Montgomery. And he forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. They'll try to power their way ahead. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Duff. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. Oh, better look out. Gets it past the marker. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Off the play fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Penn State. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets him to the 28. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off the play fake on first down. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Bringing the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Not a chance. Missed it. There is a flag on the field, so let's see if he gets a do-over. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. And we've got a deadlock here in the third quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the breaks into the open. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. With all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Try to get it to the edge. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Quarterback may change this route. Tight end now in motion. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. It's complete. Oh, look out! Touchdown, Washington. And that one will give them the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? On the ground, it's Montgomery. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on fourth down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Direct snap. It's Montgomery. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Looking for a man, it's Duff. They're working that left side.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the handoff. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
And the Nittany Lions back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. It's complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
First and goal, Penn State.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Defense looks like they're coming. They'll move the tight end. On the direct snap, it's Montgomery. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Montgomery. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Number 27.
They'll That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Stanford is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout?
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. At the 35, he's got room. All out of space. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Husky.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to pass, it's Duff. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Quarterback on the keeper. Got room to work.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Going to swing it on second down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Husky. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Just one moment and all of a sudden the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What are you doing in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball is going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. Sprinting away. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Using the quick game. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll toss it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint.
Touchdown, Penn State! The offense cashing it in on that drive. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the snap, it's Montgomery. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6.
Some running backs just have a nose for the end zone. That guy did a great job there in the 2-point play, running that one in.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Pulls and fires complete. Turning it on. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting it to the ground.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Steps away to find some room. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the ground with the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. Let's go. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Working that left side now. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Just drives it between the uprights.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Duff. Quickly to the tight end. Plows through the defense. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Steps away. That's reeled in. It's Montgomery. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going downfield for the big play. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the other?
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down.